Let my people go. You shall witness the power of God.
I will not listen! Look at the sky!
Forgive us!
Let my people go. I will not let them go.
Pharaoh feared their growing numbers and ordered every Hebrew baby boy to be killed. During this dark time, a baby named Moses was born. His mother hid him for 3 months to save his life. When she could hide him no longer, she placed him in a basket coated with pitch. She gently set the basket among the reeds of the Nile River. Moses' sister Miriam watched from a distance. Pharaoh's daughter came to the river to bathe. She discovered the crying baby in the basket. Filled with compassion, she decided to adopt him. Miriam offered to find a Hebrew woman to nurse the child. Moses' own mother was chosen to care for him. After he grew older, Moses was raised in Pharaoh's palace. He received the education of Egyptian royalty. Yet he never forgot he was one of the Hebrews. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Unable to bear the injustice, he struck down the Egyptian. Realizing his action had become known, Moses fled Egypt. He escaped into the wilderness of Midian. There, he defended the daughters of a priest at a well. Moses married Zipporah, the daughter of Jethro. He became a humble shepherd in the desert. For 40 years, he tended his flock. God was preparing him through silence and humility. One day, while near Mount Horeb, Moses saw a bush burning without being consumed. As he approached, God called, "Moses, Moses." Moses answered, "Here I am." God told him to remove his sandals because the ground was holy. God declared that he had heard the cries of his people. He chose Moses to lead Israel out of Egypt. Moses doubted his ability to speak before Pharaoh. God promised, "I will be with you." Aaron, Moses' brother, would help speak to the people. Moses obeyed and returned to Egypt. He reunited with Aaron and the elders of Israel. Together they brought God's message of deliverance. Pharaoh refused to let the Israelites go. Instead, he made their labor even harder. The people became discouraged and cried out to God. God assured Moses that his power would soon be revealed. Moses stood before Pharaoh once again. He declared, "Let my people go." Pharaoh hardened his heart. God sent the first plague, turning the Nile into blood. Fish died, and the river became undrinkable. Pharaoh still refused to listen. Frogs covered the land of Egypt. Then came gnats, followed by swarms of flies. Livestock across Egypt became diseased. Painful boils covered the people and animals. A devastating hailstorm destroyed crops and trees. Pharaoh briefly admitted his wrongdoing, but once the storm ended, he hardened his heart again. God sent locusts that consumed every remaining plant. Thick darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. Yet the Israelites had light where they lived. Pharaoh still refused to obey God. God gave Israel instructions for the first Passover. Every family sacrificed a spotless lamb. They placed its blood on their doorposts. That night, the Lord passed through Egypt. The firstborn in every Egyptian household died. Houses marked with the lamb's blood were spared. Great mourning filled the land of Egypt. Pharaoh finally called for Moses and Aaron. He ordered the Israelites to leave immediately. Thousands of Hebrew families began their journey to freedom. They carried unleavened bread because there was no time to wait. God led them by a pillar of cloud during the day. At night, he guided them with a pillar of fire. Pharaoh soon regretted letting them go. He gathered his mighty army and hundreds of chariots. The Egyptian army raced after the Israelites. The Israelites became trapped beside the Red Sea. Mountains surrounded them, and Pharaoh's army approached. Fear spread throughout the camp. The people cried out in panic. Some wished they had remained in Egypt. Moses stood before the frightened nation. He declared, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord." God instructed Moses to stretch out his staff. Moses lifted his staff over the sea. A powerful east wind blew all night. The waters began to divide. Massive walls of water rose on both sides. A dry path appeared through the middle of the sea. The Israelites stepped forward in faith. Families, children, and livestock crossed safely. The pillar of cloud protected them from the Egyptians. Pharaoh's army entered the path behind them. Their chariot wheels began to fail. Confusion spread among the Egyptian soldiers. God fought for Israel. Moses stretched out his hand once more. The walls of water crashed back together. Pharaoh's army was overwhelmed by the sea. Israel reached the opposite shore in safety. The people praised God for his mighty deliverance. The God who saved Moses at birth had now saved an entire nation through the parted Red Sea.